Hey everyone, it's the Drop Daily. This is your host, RJ. Osiris stands in solidarity with those who are protesting police violence and racial injustice. Black Lives Matter. We encourage our listeners to donate to organizations working toward change. There are links to several organizations that we support in the show notes. We're a company that celebrates a diverse, equitable, and just culture. And we know that we're able to celebrate the music that we love every day across all of our podcasts because of the artists of color who have created and continue to create the music that we love. Our company and the podcast industry can do better. We will work harder to amplify the voices of people who create the diverse world we live in and those who are working toward real change. And we'll be focusing on our own commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. So just a couple things I want to share today. First is just the musical response to the protests and everything that's going on out there. The music industry and just musicians of all kinds are helping and playing a big role. There's been a lot of encouraging reactions to the current situation, starting, I think, with Killer Mike's powerful speech as part of the Atlanta mayor's press conference, which was just really incredible. Across the country, over the past 2 weeks, music venues and theaters are opening to help protesters, giving access to restrooms, food, and water, including the 930 Club and Arena Stage in DC, and other venues and theaters all around the country. John Batiste led a march of musicians through New York City over the weekend. And then, of course, dozens of artists have joined the protest, and many have donated millions of dollars in support of reform efforts. And that's all in addition to what the music industry, this sort of more official music industry, has done, including giving hundreds of millions of dollars toward social justice funds and racial equity funds. So we're hopeful that a lot of this leads to real change and leads to police reform and helps to end white supremacy in the United States. This week, Bandcamp announced that this coming Juneteenth, which is June 19th, and every Juneteenth thereafter, for any purchase you make on Bandcamp, they'll donate 100% of their share of sales to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. And they're also highlighting artists and labels who are donating to organizations on their website. It's pretty cool. Bandcamp's been doing a lot of really cool stuff lately. So there's been dozens and dozens of these kinds of posts from different musicians in support of the protest and in support of racial justice, and some of our sponsors as well. Ben & Jerry's was one of the companies that took one of the strongest stances, and we're really proud to be affiliated with a company like that. So one more thing I want to tell you about today. There's a special episode of Eric Krasno Plus One that came out today, and Kras talks to his bandmate from Soul Live, Alan Evans, the drummer. Alan and Eric, they talk about the protests against police brutality and racism, the current political climate in the U.S., and some related personal experiences. Alan tells a really powerful story about his dad protesting racist treatment when he was a college football player. I think it's a really good listen. We hope you all enjoy it. And Alan and Eric talk about Alan's career and also talk about a bunch of stuff about Soul Live. So Eric and Alan have played together for, I think, 20 years. So it's a good listen, and we thought it was appropriate to bring that episode to you this week. So we hope you enjoy it. And thank you for tuning in. We'll see you back here tomorrow. And I just wanted to leave you with a quote from James Baldwin. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it's faced. See y'all tomorrow.